Do you struggle with bar chords? I'm going to show you guys that it's not as hard as you actually think to play some bar chords.
You're not inconsequential.
What is up, everybody? Josephallen Music here. You can download my free guitar book on how to play fingerstyle, and you want the tabs and all the practice tracks, you can also get that in the description below. Do you want to play fingerstyle guitar? Click the link below to how to become a fingerstylist in 30 days with just 10 minutes a day. Without further ado, let's dive into this video. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at a B flat chord, alternative chord. Maybe the full bar chord is just a little much right now, and that's totally okay. That's normal. Bar chords are hard. Maybe you want to learn some extra shapes because bar chords aren't just the king of chords. There's so many more things. So many people say bar chords are the hardest thing to play, and while I think they take the most time to learn how to play, I do not think they are the hardest chords to play. I think the harder chords come faster, but they're so just unknown to people that they really don't think about it. So we're going to get in some great alternatives. Maybe you got to play a gig tomorrow. I don't know, but let's take a look at some B flat alternative chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, and we're going to go up to the ninth, excuse me, if I can count. I'm a homeschooler. Forgive my math. So we're going to go and we're going to start on the 6th fret. And the great part about this is you've already learned this shape. First off the bat, what we're doing is we're taking that F chord shape that we learned way down here from the previous videos. The F major 7 to be exact. And we're going to slide up, take that same chord, we're not moving anything around, and we're going to slide up to the 6th fret. We're technically making a color chord here. And very, very clashy chord. You want to be very careful. Now, when we've got this open B flat chord right here, with a lot of color, by the way, okay? Not just a straight up B flat chord. What you want to do and how you're going to play that is you're going to keep the high E string open. Then you're going to take your first finger on the B string of the 6th fret. Then you're going to take your second finger, place it on the 7th fret of the G string. Then you're going to take your third finger on the 8th fret of the D string. Only playing those 4 strings. Don't play all of them. It's just muddy and it sounds really full. There's some clashing going on. Really pretty when you want to finger pick it. Really pretty for that kind of stuff. Very typical of fingerstylist. But a very cool one. You want to be very careful playing this kind of chord in a band because it's going to be very, very specific what you're playing. But for your own practices, it might prove to be really cool. So remember, leaving that open E string, leaving that high E string open. It's very important for this. All right, so when we're doing that, we're going to be looking at it, and what I want to do with this is, literally, you've already learned the shape. Take that F chord, that major 7 with the open E, and sliding up to the 6th fret, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Don't slide your fingers around, just take it and move it up. Do it nice and slow if you have to. It's a great little drill, great little exercise, and that's a B flat alternative. While it is very particular, it is very specific, so you want to be cautious with it, but that's a great alternative chord. A great little trick here is if you're wanting to play, because again, that's such a color chord and you really can't play just a whole lot of stuff like that unless you're being very independent with it as a player, solo player or something. And a great little way if you're like, I gotta learn a bar chord now. Well, is taking that shape but muting that high E string with your first finger. I'm just kind of like got it here, and then I just kind of like lay it over, and I mute it. And what that's going to do, if I play just those strings with that chord, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I can play a B flat chord without having to really play a bar chord at all. And if you need to, kind of on that top A string right there, I'll take my finger, my third finger on the D string, and I'll kind of just press it up a little bit closer, and I'll mute it. So both those strings are muted with my first and third finger. Kind of just pressing up there instead of. Right? If I'm not quite as accurate with it, now I think you should, there's different things. If you want a little more power behind it, you need to you need to like just kind of mute those strings with your fingers. If you want to be more accurate, not hitting those strings, it'll create so much more accuracy for you as a player. But again, like you just hear right there, it's extremely hard to pull that off sometimes. So practice up, have fun with it, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Please like, share, comment on this video. Be sure to check out your free book that you can download right now, How to Play Fingerstyle Guitar. Also, don't forget to check the course below, How to Become a Fingerstylist in 30 Days. If you want all the tracks, MP3s, and all the tabs for this, please find it below in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next 30 days as we do this challenge. Come on out every day to find a video on bar chords. Let the world know.